What's the crack, lads? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out everything coming on Monday. Is the meta man back? Araujo. This guy looks to be an absolute beast. We're also going to talk about gameplay tweaks and, of course, check everything coming on this Monday and a little bit of a video if you guys want a follow-up video as well later on with the gameplay tweaks and with formations. But we are going to start with the Barcelona selection, highlighted, of course, by Kounde, Balde, and that man himself, Araujo. Now, I had a previous Araujo card. There's also been multiple versions of him. This card is insane. If you have this card, a Showtime card, it looks to be a beast and very similar to this. But yeah, he's definitely one to watch out for. I think he can be a top 10 meta CB. We also have an AS Monaco selection as well. These are just standard cards. There's a couple in here. I mean, Pogba obviously is going to be in there. But I do think with the free cards such as Shevchenko, if you haven't played eFootball in a while, now is a good time to jump back in. You literally need to log in for 6 days, take 6 penalties. It takes 30 seconds each day, and you will get a Shevchenko card if you were looking to jump back in from this penalty daily game that you see here. And I think I've missed one. Yeah, I think I missed one. So I'm actually going to push this out an extra day. But on my free to play, I'm still on track to actually getting Shevchenko. And then, of course, we do have to wait until Thursday to get our final chance deal. I have never seen as much confusion about an actual campaign. I think that they really kind of made this convoluted and complicated. But essentially, I'll explain it again because I talked about it in the last video as well. And people, it is confusing, right? And it doesn't make really any sense. You will be getting 20 chance deals, 30 in total, but you only need to open 20 chance deals. When you open 20, if you do not get one of the legends on here, you will get a free card. Similarly with this kit, right? So a lot of people were asking me, I posted this up on Twitter about these kits, right? These kits are only available in the Japanese region. So if your game is set to the Japan region, you will have these kits for free. They're Coke limited kits for Argentina and Japan. I think it was like a special match that they played. I'll have to look up that. But yeah, you can actually do an event that was tied in collaboration with this. I mean, the kits themselves are quite clean. The shorts are a little bit weird, but the kits themselves, the actual shirt, the jersey is really nice. And you will get them for the Coca-Cola collaboration there. If you want to do that, then there's also an event with that as well. But I do want to focus a little bit on the gameplay tweaks in this. A few people have been asking me. I haven't really seen anybody talk about the gameplay tweaks that they've done with V5.4, right? Blitz Curler is slightly back from certain areas of the pitch. There's like a new hot zone with it, right? So we can get into that. Obviously, this is just an update video, so I don't want to get into it in this video. We also have the mix between defending and tight dribbling, which seems to be very OP right now. And also the reactions of the goalkeepers. It has been decreased a little bit. Goalkeepers are not as OP from outside the box. Inside the box, they're still really top. And from long range shots, they're really grand. But there is kind of like a zone now that they definitely have buffed. And speaking of buffs, we have to talk about nerfs because the passing for me at the moment is definitely all over the place as well. You will see multiple times where the ball will just kind of slow down in transition. The ball is just passed flat into a defender. You can see how many interceptions that are going to be here. Nothing's really clean. And the ball is always close to a defender unless you do some tight dribbling. So if you guys want, right, I can do a video and a full breakdown video on the gameplay tweaks, what's been working for me, how I've kind of bypassed this, and how I've set my team, my formation, and my players up to kind of combat this, right? And I always preface this by saying, lads, right, I'm not playing 100 games a week. You know what I mean? There's people out there, man, that are just grinding the game and playing 100, 200 games a week and getting into the top 500 in the world, right? If you're playing the game that much, everything's going to work for you. You can play possession, you can play out wide because you're simply playing the game more than anybody else, right? So you don't need to worry about, you know, your win percentage ratio or anything like that, right? But I've been playing against some top guys, a lot of top 500, a lot of top 1,000 guys. Obviously, as more people are grinding for Grassi, and I've really found a formula I think that's working, which is quite simple that you guys can follow as well. Not all of us have, right? Especially me, you know, I've had a baby. Not me personally, I didn't give birth to the baby, but me and the missus have had a baby. The last 3 months, I just haven't had time, and I'll show you here in a second. But I do want to grind for this Grassi, right? And I do feel like that there's a lot of simplified things you guys could be doing. If A, you're struggling with the game and you want to push for Grassi, you just can't get a couple of wins together, because people will push hard for this week because it is an amazing card. A lot of people will do videos on this card. And, you know, having looked at him at the Dortmund Club event, he's going to be a beast of a card, right? But I have an 80 win percent ratio at the moment. I have 5 losses and 1 draw. 3 of the 5 losses that I've had have been against top 100 players, okay? And the other 2 were against a smart assist guy that got, you know, extremely lucky. And the other game, I just didn't play well and he beat me. But I've lost all the games fair and square. But the formation, I think, at the moment, that's really working for me. If you guys want me to do a video on that, And I'll talk about the gameplay tweaks and why it's working, why it's not working, why some things are not working, because long ball counter is still effective, but there is kind of like a new kind of style now, I think, that's really dominant. If you're like, listen, if you're playing 20 matches a day, right, or 15 matches or 50 matches a week, I should say, you don't need to worry too much because you can simply grind from a time perspective, right? But if your time is a little bit, limited and you just want to get the most bang for your buck and make matches difficult for your opponent while having a bit of fun, that's where I think the meta is right now, if you are looking to actually enjoy eFootball as it leads up to the World Cup. So I can drop 2 videos. Let me know in the comments below if you want both videos. Just comment both. If you just want one of the gameplay tweaks, or else my team and tactical formation, if you just want one of the other. Because as I said, I am a little bit more limited with my time uploading, but I want to get videos out more regularly. I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you in the stream on Monday. Don't forget to subscribe as well, lads. I will talk to you in a bit. Peace.